When New Orleans Pelicans star Zion Williamson is on the court, he is one of the sporting world's most breathtaking athletes. A 6'6" forward with springs for legs that allow him to propel his bulky body to heights that defy logic. Williamson is a physical specimen unlike any other. Unfortunately for his team and hoop fans, Zion has spent more time on the sidelines than on the floor during his brief 5-year career. In fact, this season he appeared in only a few games after injuring his hamstring. Adding insult to injury, the Pelicans slapped Williamson with a 1-game suspension after he was reportedly late to a team flight. Well-respected sports analyst Stephen A. Smith did not take the news lightly, going as far as implying that the left-handed powerhouse was essentially stealing money from the team for getting paid so much and playing so little. The fact that Williamson has played sparingly this season makes his tardiness more baffling for the renowned ESPN pundit.
I better not find out this has something to do with food. I'm not joking. I better not find out this has something to do with food. I better not find that out. You understand? Now, I know they were joking with some fake accounts about him being in a drive-thru at Wendy's. It was a fake account and all of this other stuff. But damn it, we can't put nothing past this when it comes to Zion Williamson. We don't know why the hell this man is late, and clearly it wasn't the first time. Willie Green can coach, Shannon. Willie Green could coach.
Yeah.
You know, and David Griffin knows what he's doing as an executive. Zion's played 7 games this year. 7 games. What are you late to anything for?
The Pelicans franchise clearly believes the native of Salisbury, North Carolina, is a man who can carry them to success now and in the future. Proof of this was the 5-year, $197 million contract they gave him in 2022. However, Smith says Zion's inability to stay disciplined and healthy is a huge red flag for a man who is supposed to be the face of a franchise.
If you're getting paid, checks don't bounce. It's coming into your account every month or twice a month, whatever it is. You getting your money. He is stealing money. He is stealing money. And I say that not to question the legitimacy of his injury. I'm saying that to question his professionalism. You can't have this kind of stuff happen to you. And let me tell you something. New Orleans, the last thing they want to do is suspend Zion Williamson because it makes them look bad. They're the ones that invested in him. They're the ones that gave him a contract extension, even though it's worded in a way that, you know, they could work around some things.
Smith intimated that this could be part of Zion's strategy to get himself traded out of the Big Easy and into a bigger market where he could maximize his marketability and earning potential.
But Zion doesn't want to be in New Orleans, Shannon. He doesn't want to be there. He wants to be in a major market like L.A., New York, or whatever, because he wants the marketability. I think he wants out. I think that's what this is all about. And I think he'd rather be someplace else. But why should anybody want him if this is what you're going to get?
Despite his obvious talents, Williamson remains the league's biggest wild card this season. It remains unclear what Zion's future in Crescent City is. The Pelicans certainly have the players necessary to make a lot of noise in the league. A talented backcourt of C.J. McCollum and DeJounte Murray, athletic forwards Herb Jones and Trey Murphy III, and young center Yves Missi. However, the team's title hopes hinge on Williamson and his commitment to the organization. Despite Zion's incredible athleticism and natural scoring ability, Shannon Sharpe suggested that the gifted forward may lack the dedication required to elevate his game from all-star to true superstar status.
Stephen A. is becoming apparently abundantly clear. It's coming crystal clear that a lot of us want something more for Zion than Zion wants it for himself. You missed 27 games. It's not like they sprung this trip on you, Stephen A. He knew they were traveling out of town, and you're late.
Weight concerns have plagued Zion throughout his basketball career. Some say this could be why he's frequently injured in his lower extremities. Sharpe alluded to this, saying that rather than seek a change in scenery, the power forward would do well to change his eating habits instead.
You see, everybody, and Stephen A., you mentioned it. Zion needs a change of scenery. No, he needs a change of eatery. Stop going and eating everything that you see, bro. That's embarrassing. It is embarrassing that we're still having this conversation.
Shannon added that he understands how difficult it can be for an athlete to keep his weight down when an injury sidelines them. After all, there's not much a person can do when they're not allowed to train or play. However, the former NFL ace insisted that Williamson needs to make changes to avoid frequent injuries and live up to his potential as a top draft pick.
The problem is guys like Shannon Sharp, Stephen A. Smith, Charles Barkley, Shaq, and other guys care more about Zion's career than Zion cares about it. And as I used to tell my kids all the time, Molly, I can't want something for you more than you want it for yourself. Until Zion wants this for himself, we're going to have this conversation again.
Williamson is oozing with potential. Some even claim he is a generational talent who can achieve tremendous things in the NBA. Experts and even hoop legends acknowledge this. Unfortunately, until Zion himself fully embraces his talents, he will continue to struggle and disappoint in the NBA. Pelicans head coach Willie Green spoke on the matter, saying there were several occasions that led up to the suspension. Whether Williamson does in fact want out of New Orleans is yet to come to light, and Williamson did issue a statement for his suspension. "I take full responsibility for this suspension. I've worked extremely hard in rehab to get healthy to deliver for this team. There is no excuse for being late to team activities. I've apologized to Mrs. Benson, team owner, and my teammates and coaches. And I also owe an apology to the fans. I can and will be better as a teammate and member of this organization." With a suspension coming just days after a return from injury, fans and the media are still waiting for Williamson to be able to return to the court consistently. Given the possibility of landing a franchise-altering talent in the upcoming draft, the Pelicans must certainly consider a shift of eras and potentially ending the Williamson saga, which hasn't been beneficial for the superstar or the club. Chandler Parsons and Lou Williams have criticized the Duke product, claiming his antics continue to provide the media with negative fuel against him.
Everything that's going around with Zion and all the stuff about personality-wise, and is he, putting the right amount of effort for his body and his career, and is it lingering in towards why he's getting hurt? Things like this just kind of make everyone, fans, organization, media, kind of dig into this and scrutinize him even more because he's just giving us more reasons to talk negative about him.
At this point, his credit is bad. On one foot, you're not healthy. On the other end, you're not being responsible. You're not being a pro. Other teams aren't going to be as patient as the New Orleans Pelicans have been, especially with them saying this has been something that he's done several times.
Former player DeMarcus Cousins did not hold back in his criticism of the New Orleans Pelicans' handling of Zion Williamson during a recent appearance on FanDuel's Run It Back. Cousins pointed to the franchise's decision to draft Williamson as problematic, particularly in light of the city's culture and its potential impact on the star's health and development.
I thought it was a bad decision. This guy came in with, let's rewind all the way back. When this guy was getting drafted and we knew he was going to New Orleans and it was a weight concern, that was bad then. New Orleans isn't some place that just gives health. Like that's a place you go, you gain 10 pounds, you go out there, you drink, have a good time. That's what the culture of New Orleans is. So to put that kid in that situation, to expect him to thrive in it, that was the first mistake.
Williamson can still be an elite talent in the NBA. Unfortunately, that's unlikely to happen with the Pelicans. He needs a change of scenery. New Orleans would be wise to cash in and pivot toward a soft reset. Otherwise, they're going to keep going round and round with Williamson and his inability to stay healthy long term. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. What do you think about Zion? Is his career a bust already? Let me know in the comments below what you think. Oh, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing NBA content. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.